Everybody used to say, all the guys used to say, if we have to find him, he will be surrounded with girls.
Today, I'm going to be sitting across a man whose voice raised an entire generation. He's the man who gave us पहली नज़र में तेरा होने लगा हूँ अब तो आदत सी songs you just didn't listen to, you lived through.
He used to sell glasses on road, and he brought all those glasses for me, and that too from another city, just to attend my show, just because he figured out that I am in that town, which is closest to his town, where he celebrates my birthday every year, invites his friends over to his room, he makes posters, cuts the cake.
He's got sold out arenas from Lahore to London. He's composed well over 200 songs. He's the reason half of us learned the lyrics even before we understood what heartbreak was.
बरसेगा सावन. I had no idea. Till date, I have no idea how has this happened. I don't think people will like me after this.
We are catching Atif Aslam here in Dubai, and we decided formal questions are cancelled for today. Is there any cheat meal that you have?
Well, with every meal you cheat, right? In Fatoush in Dubai. Oh yes, of course, I like mandi as well. Very tasty.
As we are having an unfiltered conversation with Atif Aslam. So I have a few games actually for you here. I'm going to be taking names of some popular people out there. I would want you to dedicate a song to them. Salman Khan.
Cause this is Thriller.
Mr. Mahesh Bhatt.
अरे दीवानो मुझे पहचानो.
So, hello Atif, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
You've been here in the UAE since past few weeks now because you've just recently done your concert in Abu Dhabi. So, what's your routine like when you're traveling or when you're in the UAE versus back home?
A nice bed, quiet room, and when I wake up, a good meal. It should be about that only. I have to save energy for the gigs because it becomes hectic with the schedule that we have. It's unbelievable how we function and how we're still alive.
And how is it different from like when you're back home, maybe like not on a tour?
Well, back home, it's mostly we're handling other businesses, so which is why I've always kept myself very busy. Whatever time I figure out for my own self, it's for my kids.
That's sweet. And what's the first thing you did when you landed in Dubai?
I was looking for my driver.
मैं गुल्लू टैक्सी ड्राइवर.
That's the honest answer
I
there.
was looking for my driver. Hey, what's up? Where are you? Are you on time or not? Because it was what, 4 a.m. flight. No, but as I said, right check-in. I don't like being at the reception for a longer period of time because I'm spoiled that way, and especially after a 4 a.m. flight, it becomes difficult.
Talking about like your diet and like your food that you eat, so can you tell us like do you have like a strict diet that you like to follow or kind of go easy on it?
Well, I never used to have a set pattern, but now I'm very careful about it because I've avoided eating fried stuff and seed oils, and so I've gone vegetarian a little bit. I must be lying. I am a meat lover, but I'm trying to avoid the red meat.
And what's your favorite like go-to meal?
Dal chawal, fatoush, and a good salmon.
Any like particular place that you like to order from, be it anywhere in the world?
Dal chawal to घर के ही अच्छे होते हैं, so absolutely, yeah. Fatoush in Dubai. Oh yes, of course, I like mandi as well. It's very tasty. I don't know the exact name of the place, but yeah, I love mandi.
Is there any cheat meal that you have?
Well, with every meal you cheat, right? But I mean, if there's a paratha in the breakfast, I mean, if I see someone eating, of course, I'll have a bite of it.
Yeah. So you're not like pretty tight also. If you see like, if you feel like having it, you can like, you do allow yourself to do that. We love that. Talking about songs and music, like you're an icon for that. Now it's been well over 200 songs that you've composed. Which is a song that is still close to your heart?
Well, there's so many. Talk about Aadat, talk about all my albums are very close to my heart. Duri, Meri Kahani, Hamrahi, and I'm coming out with a 4th album now. I've written it with a lot of heart and soul in it. Subaina is one of the songs that I really admire.
Any like backstory to any of the songs that you've written in the past that maybe like a unique story attached to it, something that like you always think about?
Oh, absolutely. All of my songs have unique stories, and we have...
Any one bit that you can share?
Well, they're like, for example, a lot of people think that Aadat was just about a heartbreak or something like that. I think it was about self-awareness, how you keep yourself, how you mold yourself according to the situation. It was about that. Then Jalpari was about someone that I fell in love with, and I wrote about that. Now that the 4th album is out, Subaina is all about self-exploration and the faith in Allah.
And you think like your music choices, the songs that you write and compose, also kind of are running parallel to the phases you are going through in life, like as an artist?
Completely, because it's a reflection of my life. Yeah. I don't have to think about anyone else. I mean, I have a very entertaining and interesting life. had a great journey.
Now, talking about entertaining and interesting, we really would want to know if you had any interesting fan encounter, like a crazy story or something which just like made you also feel like, okay, what is happening?
Yeah, I got so many, but you know, whenever someone asks me this question, I'm completely blank. Not crazy, but I remember this guy we were performing in Surat or somewhere, but it was actually sweet. It's not crazy. You're looking for a crazy one.
It can be a sweet one to start with, and then we can get to the crazy also.
So the sweet one was that this guy was in the lobby and he had traveled somewhere like 1,000 kilometers away from that city. What I got to know that he used to sell glasses on road, and he brought all those glasses for me, and that too from another city, just to attend my show, just because he figured out that I am in that town, which is closest to his town. And he showed me his YouTube video where he celebrates my birthday every year, invites his friends over to his room. He makes posters and cuts the cake.
That is so sweet.
So it's beautiful. I can't think of the crazy one.
No, but that is actually such a sweet gesture, because like for other people out there, like yeah, you have your loved ones and the people you're close to celebrating your birthday,
Right.
but to think that somebody, and they know that they don't really know you, but still sitting out there celebrating your birthday. So yeah, that's very sweet actually. Yeah, talking about your recent concert also in Abu Dhabi, how was that energy like? Was it any different energy or audience that you are used to?
Every time we're in the UAE, it becomes a different experience because we keep on giving them something new. This time we performed MJ's Thriller and we fused it with the Hum Dam Soni Ore. So it was quite a thing. And then Dil Chahta Hai, my all-time favorite film. Yes. This is one place where we question ourselves and we challenge ourselves to come up with something new so that the audience, we make sure that we give them the best of the best.
And I also got to know from your team members actually that a lot of people in the audience were Gen Zs, and you were kind of like surprised to see that also.
I wasn't surprised. Who said I was surprised? It's lovely. I mean, the demographic is completely different. I was also very surprised when I figured out that most of my audience is from Bangladesh. Second number was India. It's always good to see if people are listening to your art, your music, and they want to be a part of it as well. So, which is very cool.
See, it definitely shows like how much heart and soul you put into it, because your voice is reaching, like forget like country barriers, age barriers, everybody out there. Now you're married and like you have kids also, but back in the day, like was there any song inspired by like a recent crush or even a heartbreak that you had?
Of course, my album songs were revolving around that too. So mostly, like not about crush, because I was not that sort of a guy. I would have a crush, but I would believe in relationship as well.
But any one song that you definitely remember this was inspired by this particular instance?
Well, I cannot name the person, but yes, of course, definitely. In my college life, everybody used to say, all the guys used to say, if we have to find him, he will be surrounded with girls. They would look at me and they would ask me, yaar, iska kya banega? Ye padta hai nahi. What is he going to do in his life?
I mean, look at you now.
Well, all by the grace of God, yes, but now they ask me that, when are you coming back, let's hang out and all that. So I'm so privileged and...
But did that person ever find out that that particular song was about them?
I don't think they should ever find out, because each one of them will think it was for us.
Ah, nice.
Smart.
Back when you were starting out, like, of course, there's no guarantee, there's no written roadmap for this particular journey of being an artist. Right. So how did that feel like when you were just starting out, and what kept you motivated?
Well, I was clueless. I had no idea. Till date, I have no idea how has this happened. Because after one song, you're like, okay, what's next? So after the second, you're like, okay, this is it now. I don't think people will like me after this. But then after a whole album, it becomes like a lot more challenging, and the responsibility kicks in that you have to meet their expectations. So then the second album, then Bollywood and all of that. So I don't think I have done something. It's done, all by the grace of Allah. And I don't think I would have ever be able to achieve this much. Meri mehnat jo thi, people always give credit to mehnat and all of that, but I don't think there's anything like mehnat. जिसको जहाँ पहुँचना होता है वो उसको वहाँ पहुँचा देता है.
It's written, you believe in that. But was there any breaking point in between where you were like, maybe I need to quit?
I never thought of quitting. Yeah. Yes, there will always be a creative block, And that's rightfully so is important for an artist. You have to go through certain things. You have to go through certain eras and where you're like empty and you're like, okay, what to write? And then there's an era where you're like, the glass is full and then you're like, I cannot take anymore. And then what to do? You can just be thankful, sit quiet, be patient and just keep moving.
But apart from just a creative block, like anything else that made you like question, made you feel like, okay, this is where I'm struggling, I don't know.
Apart from creative block, yes, of course. I was like, okay, I was making money, and then I was like, okay, is that what am I here for? There has to be something more to that. Then you start giving it back to people. Then you start thinking of projects. Then you start thinking of project like Borderless World, where you collaborate with new musicians and then you're putting them forward. So we're going to be coming up with its season by the beginning or mid of next year, inshallah. And as a matter of fact, this fourth album is the result of that too, where I've explored myself as the same person who I used to be back in the days, who wanted to just create music without numbers, without thinking, just put it out there.
And now, of course, addressing the main reason why we're here today having this chat. You are releasing an album after 18 years. So what made you think now is the time to do it?
I told you, I was busy making money, working on film songs that have been created by other composers, and lyrics that have been written by other lyricists as well. So I'm very thankful to them, don't get me wrong. But I just wanted to question myself, and I wanted to write some of my own stuff, some of my own lyrics as well. So there are a few songs that I've written now, there are a few songs that I've composed in the fourth album. So that's what it is.
And how do you expect your audience reaction to be for this particular album?
I'm not expecting anything. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. As I said, I've gone back to zero, where I wanted to be the same guy who's fearless, who just wants to release music, as of to expect from people to like it. Because in today's age and time, you can pay people to like it. I don't want to do that. I think that's not respect. You cannot buy respect, which is why all the more reason I'm releasing it on my own. I'm not including like any label in it.
So now let's switch gears a bit. Let's have some light conversations also. So I have a few games actually for you here. I'm going to be taking a few names of some popular people out there and I would want you to dedicate a song to them or like whatever fits their personality.
All right.
Yeah. So first one we have is Salman Khan.
Salman. Because this is Thriller. No, but of course, I have a better song. Dil diya galla.
Wow. Listening to it live is just goosebumps. Then Mr. Mahesh Bhatt.
Are deevano, mujhe pehchano. But a lot of respect for him. Second song could go like, wo lamhe, wo baatein, koi na jaane.
Next one is Alia Bhatt.
कैसे बताएं क्यों तुझको चाहे यारा बता ना पाए.
Wow. And last one is going to be Kareena Kapoor.
आओगे जब तुम साजना.
Wow, I could just sit here and listen to you all day, honestly.
Thanks.
So the next one is also like a quick fun game we have, especially for like this generation I feel. Situationship soundtrack. So I'm just going to be giving you a few situations here and give us a song that fits that situation. So falling in love with your best friend.
तुम्हें दिल लगी भूल जानी पड़ेगी मोहब्बत की राहों में आकर तो देखो.
Girls, guys out there, please take notes. Then a breakup where both people are still in love with each other.
अब तो आदत सी. Aadat for sure.
Getting a second chance in love.
तुम नजर में रहो. तुम.
And a last one, which is a very Bollywood kind of a situation, a goodbye at an airport or a train station. Very classic Bollywood, I pulled.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम. Yeah, it reminds me of that, yes.
Okay, so those are all my questions. Any message you would like to give us to the audience here or any future plans or collaborations that we should look forward to?
Well, thank you for loving my music, first of all, and appreciating me all these years. We're going to be coming out with a fourth album and then we'll be doing Borderless World at the same time, and inshallah, we'll be making more music every year now because I'm in the era of making more music and more albums.
Then we are so looking forward to it. We've got some new playlists that we'll be creating.
Amazing.
Yes, thank you so much for your time today here.
Thank you.
Thank you.